And welcome to a special op-ed with the GACC Cast.
Hi.
And
Hi.
Well, not even the GACC Cast, I guess the editors.
I'm not on the podcast.
Well, you are now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
But this is for everybody to kind of know what's kind of been going on this last week, because we've kind of fallen off.
Dropped the ball, as it were.
I will admit we have not been active in the last few days, but I still maintain that it was a necessary lack of activity. Sorry if we've concerned anybody, but yeah, the holidays and sickness and people got busy and things just got away from us.
Yeah, basically, I ended up getting sick on Christmas Day, and then James here got sick basically about the same time. So
Right now.
yeah, he's still recovering a little. So 2 out of 3 of the editors down and out with flu around the holiday season. Of course, we've not been putting up videos.
And then yeah, with him being in every video pretty much, or every other one,
He's dead.
5 out of 6.
yeah, which means that we can't really record anything if he's gone. So we couldn't even come up with something on the side.
Right.
So
Well, could have.
we did what we could, and I mean we did manage to get up a lost episode of the podcast.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys enjoyed that.
But it gave us some time also to think going forward, because I mean we've put out, by the time this year's over, 150 videos in 6 months' time.
Mm-hmm.
That is an impressive feat for us just starting out.
Yeah, for within the 6 months of time, just maintaining the level of productivity and putting out that kind of what are we doing, like an episode every day?
Just
of the week.
about.
Just about 6 out of 7 days out of
Sounds
the week.
like
Yeah.
Saturday or something.
And this is something that a well-established YouTuber might be able to do, or a well-established team might be able to do on the side, outside of their careers, if it were supplementing that time, if they could actually afford to take the time off.
Yeah. We are a small team, however, so
And we're not making that kind of money.
Yeah.
we have jobs.
So we're going to be refocusing some here, and at least in the first 6 months of this next year means that we are actually going to be recording less at times and definitely putting out less content. One of the reasons is we're going to now go for quality over quantity. And I think we've established a lot of good bases and everything, but we want to be able to do some other things creatively, and it's going to take us some time to get back in and do some research and all.
Plus, some of the projects that we're coming up with are going to require more effort than just sitting down and recording it like we have been.
Yeah.
So, I mean, GACC is a one-take thing. Odd Man Out for a long time was a one-take thing. Storm Drain
Is a
kinda
one-take
It's a
thing.
one-take thing. And we're coming up
Unfiltered.
with ideas that require production value and
Yeah.
things like stills and photography and actually putting effort into it.
Trying to up the quality of the editing, too, is a lot of it right now.
Yeah, longer editing on the backside if we're going to do anything creative means that we're definitely not going to be able to put out 6 days a week, because we do work regular jobs. I mean, I myself have been working typically. I go to work at basically 7, get home by 6. So you're looking at easily a 50-plus hour work week where I'm outside of the house. James here, you're doing what?
Random service.
Random,
Not even a set schedule.
nondescript service job. I get home at like 1 a.m.
Oh, it's okay to tell him that you deliver pizzas.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Everybody does
I mean,
something like that.
not all heroes wear capes.
Some of them wear delivery driver hats.
Some of us drive cars.
And I would tell you what I do, but I'd have to hunt you down and kill you. So
You don't want to see the pictures of what he does. So let's
Yeah.
put it that way.
it's unpleasant.
Yes,
Trust me.
unpleasant.
Yes.
That's
We're being nice in saying that.
yes.
Yeah.
So that's that's part of the reasoning behind why we're going to back off this next year, is because we've been breaking ourselves, trying to work regular full-time jobs, trying to put out the videos because we really have been enjoying doing this. But I want to make sure that none of us burn ourselves out.
Yeah.
And
We want to continue having fun doing this.
Yeah.
And for a while there, it felt like we were just putting in the token effort because it was just enough to get a video out. And instead,
it's cumbersome.
And the quality dipped. Well, yeah. I'm willing to admit that a lot of it seemed forced. Odd Man Out suffered noticeably in my mind. Just because we were always constantly trying to come up with something that fit within the format and then things to do, and your page just died. And
good job.
Good job.
And I think it's the same for any other show that we're doing, is that, I mean, we're always trying to come up with things to keep it fresh, but when you just have a formula and you keep trying to do the same thing over and over again, eventually it's going to stagnate.
We're struggling with ideas, struggling to even get episodes out, really.
And that's a part of that six day a week with not too many established shows and not a big enough audience to really go, this works, this doesn't work.
We're really just grasping at straws for ideas at this point.
And I think we got to put up a good cross-section of the stuff we are capable of. We found out which stuff is going to be very expensive to keep up, like the unboxings and any current game reviews. Keeping up with that kind of stuff. You guys who do it, you have mad props from me, because that takes a lot of money to get started with and probably a lot of money to maintain.
And Harrison's doing tech support.
Yeah, well, I'm going to leave it alone like that right now. Because apparently Chrome run out of memory, and I don't give...
I keep telling you that Chrome's bad.
Woosah.
That's other things.
This is...
So, besides that, I mean, it's just... where were you at? What did you say? I lost the train as soon as... I lost the train.
We're going to be putting more effort into the videos that we make, but we're going to be putting out less videos overall.
Yeah.
And hopefully that'll mean that we can actually start having a lot more fun with it and getting a lot more creative for you guys.
Yeah.
And maybe you'll see more of the heart that we actually came into this with, instead of the motivation, the effort, killing ourselves.
We're becoming crotchety old men.
Yeah.
Yeah, and part of it is I mean, there's more to it at this point than just backing off making the videos. Part of it is also so we can be more supportive also with other creators in the VidMe community, because there's a lot in the back end that has to go on, especially when you're doing social, where you're either helping promote or push other creators' videos, or helping ask questions, or sitting down and trying to collaborate with them on something. Means that takes a lot more effort than...
It's a hard enough job in its own, on top of everything else that we were doing, trying to keep up that social stuff.
Well, we were just doing YouTube. We didn't really have to interact with anyone.
Yeah.
But on VidMe, everyone talks to us.
But I think it does say something to our credit that in 6 months that we are that well established within the community.
Yes.
That people know of us at least a little bit.
Yeah.
So thank you to those who've supported us since the start. That is very much appreciated.
We love you guys.
So, it's like we are going to focus more on the VidMe community, and that's another one of the reasons why we're kind of backing off some. Yeah. And quite frankly, with the YouTube faux pas in the last 4 or 5 months, and their algorithm changes here where you're being forced into more time. You're having to put up videos for longer times. You're going to have to start live streaming on YouTube to get noticed and all.
Which ultimately just leads to loss of viewership and more difficulty for us to try and get established or even grow our viewer base.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, sorry, YouTube. I mean, you're doing what you can with who you've got, but you're hurting the creators, and now the creators, us, are going to go somewhere else.
We are not happy.
So... that's why we're going to, that's another one of the reasons why we're kind of back off. So we're not killing ourselves for the YouTube algorithm. It's a creativity thing.
Yeah.
So we want to be creative.
It's a limitation we're not willing to accept.
Yeah. And it was fine for the first 6 months for trying to get established. Like I said, 150 videos. Very proud of everything that we've done.
Definitely.
It's
daunting, considering we were going to go into this and basically just set up a camera and kind of talk at it and play video games and have fun. And it snowballed into, we've got lighting, we've got multiple angles, we've got mics and stands and sound checking, and we've learned enough of editing to make things sound professional. And, 6 months down the line, even this level takes a lot of effort.
Yeah, and we haven't even been able to use all the multiple angles because of the fact that we're hitting timelines. Right?
Yeah, sure, it's the timeline.
It's the deadline.
We'll go with the timeline, the deadline. Actually, GACC is a 24-hour turnaround. We record it, and then I have less than 24 hours actually to edit it and get it ready to post. Audio side, and then video side, I maybe have 24 hours to get it ready.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that kind of limitation means that when we do stuff like we do record a secondary angle for every GACC cast. There's a secondary angle. Sometimes there's a tertiary angle, and I haven't used any of it.
Yeah, we have a lot of other footage, and we have other things that we just haven't been able to get to. I mean, we have a lot of like pre-recording stuff and bloopers things.
Mm-hmm.
We just haven't been
channel
able to get
trailer stuff, and yeah, a lot of projects have gotten away from us because we've been constantly concentrating on maintaining the updating schedule and remaining consistent for the sake of some computer somewhere instead of pleasing you guys.
Yeah.
Maintaining the baseline, basically.
Yeah, basically.
So I'm lowering the baseline for all of us here, so that way we can do better.
Yeah.
And you got anything, James, here?
Don't think so. I mean, I do enjoy making creative projects, and the deadlines have not really allowed me to do that. So I am definitely all for,
So
doing less episodes a week.
Yeah.
definitely we've decided that GACC will remain a weekly thing.
Yes,
May not-
absolutely.
We might move the update time to a Monday or a Tuesday,
Yes.
Yeah.
and you'll see more people showing up and in a more of a relaxed attitude towards it
Yeah.
than before. But it will still be weekly. Storm Drain, you guys are going to try and continue weekly.
Yeah.
And then
It's not really editing intensive for me, but
And then
You
we're
know.
going to probably keep trying to do probably like either or on old school versus new school or casual gaming. There will basically be some other sort of gaming thing.
yeah.
Mhm.
But we are going to let that kind of slip some too, because we are looking into more multi-PC recording and
Live streaming.
some of this stuff too.
and showing you guys the kind of stuff that goes on with us as far as like our crew and our community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and we do want to, and that's one of the other things is I want to get, we have a Minecraft server we've kind of got set up with some of the VidMe villains, and we actually want to structure in a plan to get that scheduled to actually start doing some episodes in Minecraft with the community
Mhm.
for VidMe. And that's just going to take time. There's a lot of setup time, a lot of scheduling, more so.
Especially because, I mean, the VidMe villains are global.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of them in other countries that we're having to like negotiate with and schedule around.
There's at least 2 of them in Britain.
Yeah,
There's more than you think. There's
Yeah.
a lot.
I said at least.
Yeah.
at least.
But that's some of the stuff here. So it's like we're not giving up or anything like that. We got sick. Sorry.
Holidays,
Holidays too.
winter break. Call us a winter break.
Yeah.
Basically, we needed time to kind of restructure and regroup and think about things and get better.
Mandatory vacation.
Yeah, mandatory voluntold vacation.
By our bodies.
Yeah.
Biology.
Yes.
Science.
Yes.
And we're just going to continue forward this next year. But like I said, do not expect videos 6 or 7 times a week, because our focus now is going to be on more creativeness. And we will still be present on the Discords, in the community, promoting everything again, even though we're not necessarily going to be putting out videos all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have any questions, do feel free to let us know in the comments.
Ask us in Discord.
Definitely ask us in Discord. And, other than that, we'll see you this next year.
Thank you very much for your support, guys. See ya.
Bye.
As we know, women can get by with a lot more than men when it comes to that kind of thing. Women can catcall,